So we should be live. I'll be talking to myself to begin with, because then I can hear myself with a delay of 5-6 seconds. Yeah, there it is. Okay, we'll be doing bunch of things. If you have any suggestions, if you have checked the website, obviously. You can prompt me as well. I might need to make the frame rate a bit higher, do we? Not sure. Keep it at 10 or something, it should be fine. Why do I have a feeling that I'm using the wrong microphone? Okay, how about now? Is it a bit better? I think it is. It's actually the same microphone, but different settings or something. Different, what's it called? Driver. Whatever. Yeah, I have to remember which one is which. Yeah, we will go over some of these tools. I mean, probably have an AI going over it. That would be even better. Can stream share screen using the Google Gemini thing. Yeah, I wonder if the vision, if we share the window.
Okay, you want me to shut the window. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Yeah, we'll share this one. Okay, what do you see on the screen?
I see a web page titled GateViz, Interactive Gate Cycle Simulator. There is a stick figure on the left, and on the right there are sliders for stride length and cadence, a drop-down to choose the gate type, and a metrics section.
Okay, how about now the drop down? Can you explain the drop down?
Okay, the drop-down menu is labeled Gate Type. Currently, it is set to Normal, and below it, it shows Gate Type, Normal.
Okay, what are the other options? Now I selected the different options. Can you tell what's wrong? Because you are actually recording video, right? It's not just, you're not just taking snapshots.
Okay, the other options in the Gate Type dropdown are Crouching, Stiff Knee, Antalgic, Trendelenburg, and Tiptoeing. Currently, Tiptoeing is selected, and the stick figure's ankle is flexed.
Well, actually, if you can see the fiducials, you know, the joints, they're all wrong. Can you tell what the problem is?
Okay, I see that the Gate Type is now set to Flexion. The stick figure has a bent knee and ankle. The metric section is also showing values that are changing, indicating that the animation is playing. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Well, yeah, can you see anything wrong with the animation? Is the animation actually correct or not?
The animation seems to be showing a full leg flexion, but the foot isn't moving in a way that suggests walking. The foot stays in the same place, and the leg flexes back and forth. Is that what you were referring to?
Yes, can you write it as a prompt for the developer to fix this thing? Or actually, yeah, we want instructions, clear instructions for the developer to address this.
Okay, here's a prompt for the developer. The flexion gait animation shows a leg bending at the knee and ankle, but the foot remains stationary. Please modify the animation so that the foot moves correctly to simulate the flexion gait pattern.
Yeah, maybe a more generic one where we ask, where we instruct the developer to actually make the animation work correctly. You would think that would be obvious, but yeah, we'll need to write the update instructions brief for the developer. So it should be a standalone paragraph on that.
Okay, here is a more generic prompt as a standalone paragraph for the developer. The animation for the flexion gait pattern is not working correctly. Please fix the animation to accurately portray the movement of a person's leg and foot during flexion.
Okay, I might pop it into. Where's our canvas? And instructions in the canvas. I cannot see it. Oh, is no. So I have a version of 4.0 doing the code, which is what you see. This is what you see here at the moment. Obviously, it has some issues, so it wasn't able to fix it properly. Now we can give the standalone prompt to standalone brief gate cycle simulator Shall we try? Shall we try Claudette? Can you generate the code, each file one at a time? So Claude is normally keen on writing code. Okay, so we have the current gate simulator is by GPT-4o. Name. Then we have was it same gate sim? Let's just copy it. This will be Claude. Oh, right. So one thing we forgot. Yeah, it's generated the different SVG. So that's the skeleton structure. It looks like this. You can load. So that's fine. The question, yeah, Claude generated its own SVG, which, yes, we're hitting we did hit the limit, even though I was asking it to generate stuff one at a time, so that shouldn't have reached the limit. Starting skeleton SVG, upper arm. Yeah, it looks pretty detailed. Whereas we had, we also tried it with the new GPT-03. Yeah, so the Gemini seem to be only good for actually looking at the screen. That's actually quite handy, but it's not a very smart robot. I don't know. It might be just that specific model. So that include that the limit message is actually to do with like a single prompt. So if you just go continue, it should continue. Like it's not an actual timeout or anything. Yeah, it continues from where it left off, which is good. Okay, so let's do Claude quickly. I mean, we could have used the same HTML, same CSS, same SVG, and just asked it to adjust the JavaScript. That probably would have made more sense, but we like doing things the hard way, so yeah. Yeah, I don't like the reasoning models in general. Yeah, we are live streaming to Kiev. Are you okay to co-host?
Absolutely. Let's do it. What's the main topic for today's stream?
Yeah, we're doing this interactive gate cycle simulator. So we have this stick figure that's meant to be skeleton, and then you adjust certain parameters to see how it behaves, how it essentially, gate cycle, how it walks.
That sounds fascinating. Are we aiming to demonstrate how adjusting parameters like joint angles or stride length affects the gait cycle?
Well, kind of. More specifically, we are aiming
Got it.
at having a muscular dystrophy simulation tool.
That's an interesting focus. Are we aiming to demonstrate how muscular dystrophy affects the gait cycle by adjusting parameters to reflect changes in muscle strength and coordination?
Yeah, that's right. Give me a sec. We actually have another code from Claude that we are trying to deploy.
Sure, take your time. Let me know if you need help with any specific part of the deployment.
No, that's okay. We have the
All right.
same code made by both GPT and Claude, and we'll just be comparing the two.
That's a great way to see how each model handles the task. Are you looking to compare their approaches to the muscular dystrophy simulation specifically? That's a great way to see how each model handles the task. Are you looking to compare their approaches to the muscular dystrophy simulation specifically?
Yeah, that's right. Well, we just mainly want to have like a working model for the skeleton walking, so the joints moving correctly, and the sliders, working correctly as well.
Makes sense. Ensuring the joints move correctly and the sliders function as intended is crucial. Once you compare the models, you'll have a solid foundation to refine the simulation.
Yeah, so we got most of the files. We had
Great.
HTML, CSS, SVG. We have a JSON file.
That's a solid set of files. Are you planning to integrate them and test the functionality of the sliders and joints next?
Yeah, that's right. We're still missing. Yes, we got the JSON. We still need the script. The script, it's had trouble
No worries.
finishing the whole code. Yeah, now it finished the whole code.
Great job. How are you planning to test everything now that the code is complete?
Yeah, that's a good question. We'll first see if it's working though. Let's clear the console.
Sounds good. Checking a solid first step. Let's see if there are any errors or if everything runs smoothly.
Yeah, there are errors, but let's just check that. Actually,
Nope.
Copy pasting is a skill, isn't it?
Copy pasting can sometimes cause issues. It's good to double check for any errors that might have slipped through.
What do you think is funny about this project?
The humorous aspect might be seeing a stick figure skeleton with muscular dystrophy trying to walk. It's like combining serious science with a bit of quirky animation.
That might be a bit inappropriate.
You're right. We should always be respectful and sensitive, especially when dealing with serious topics like this. Let's focus on how to make the simulation both informative and educational.
Okay, so still, what's humorous about it?
Humor can come from making the learning process engaging and relatable. For example, you might add some light-hearted commentary or use fun animated elements to make the educational content more engaging. It's about making complex concepts more accessible and enjoyable for everyone.
Yeah, but you are co-hosting, so you're live streaming. We are live at the moment. Can you address the audience directly?
Sure thing. Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. We're diving into an interactive gait cycle simulator today, exploring how different parameters affect a stick figure skeleton's walk. Stay tuned for some interesting insights.
Okay, we have this bunch of error messages, and also we would like to get the read of the start menu. We want to jump straight into the simulation.
All right, let's take a look at the errors first to ensure everything runs smoothly. To skip the start menu and jump straight into the simulation, you can modify the initialization code to bypass the menu and load the simulation directly.
Okay, we have Claude, the developer, Claudette, updating the code.
Got it. While Claudette updates the code, we can address any specific error messages you're seeing. Are there any particular ones you'd like help with?
Okay, so we're getting rid of the landing page for the application. We're just jumping straight into it, and also updating the initialization function.
To bypass the landing page, you can adjust the initialization function to directly load the simulation. That should help in jumping straight into the action. Let Claudette know to update that part.
Yeah, we would also like to generate the whole code. Can you generate the whole JavaScript without any placeholders?
I can't generate code directly. However, you might want to ensure all functions for initializing, controlling the
Yeah, we're talking to you, were we? We're talking to a text-to-speech. I don't know if it will update the same canvas. Well, sure, I think it's starting a new one. But never mind. Taking some time. Yeah, and it hit a limit, I think, Claude. If you just go continue, it should be able to continue. I don't know why the error message. Yeah, just continued. Yeah, just edited the same canvas from where it left off, which is nice. Did it actually finish generating? I think so. The current code is 366 line, and this one is a whopping 575. That would definitely not have any. We need to update the HTML as well. I think that's to get rid of that landing page for the application. We already have a large landing page for the website. We don't need another one for each application, do we? Okay, that's actually the no errors. Okay, the thing doesn't fit the screen. The joint's actually not moving. There's no error messages. It's actually added more joint points. Wait, let's start again. So what, the legs are so long? Yeah, like the parameters, we have stride length, cadence, muscle strength. I don't know what the educational mode is, but play, step. And this is meant to be walking or doing something. Meant to be walking or doing something. I mean, Claude is really keen on generating code. They generated like 500 lines, almost 600 lines of JavaScript. So thank you very much. But yeah, we need to troubleshoot this animation. GPT-4o had like the same problem. And yeah, we can run them side by side. And 2 versions now. This is what the version from GPT-4o look like. Yeah, this is 2 of them side by side. So which one do you like better? Well, none of them actually works. This one does this weird thing with the joints moving around outside the body. This one does something else. Reset parameters. Yeah, it doesn't actually work. Yeah, this is development with AI for you. And let's bring Gemini for a sec. What's that? Okay, can you see what's on the screen?
Okay, what do you want to know about it?
can you describe to me what is it you are looking on the screen? What's on the screen at the moment?
Sure, I can describe what's on the screen. It looks like there is a web application that simulates gait cycles with a stick figure representation of a human. On the left-hand side, you can see the stick figure with parameters like stride length, cadence, and muscle strength. On the right-hand side, there is a console showing information related to the simulation. Does that help?
Yeah, that does help. So now that I clicked play, what is happening?
Okay, after clicking play, the stick figure starts to move, simulating a walking motion. Also, the knee flexion, hip extension, and ground force values are changing as the figure moves.
Is it actually moving though?
Yes, it is indeed moving. The stick figure's limbs are bending and extending, simulating a walking motion. Is there anything else you would like to know about the simulation?
Oh, come on. Are you sure it's moving?
Yes, the stick figure is definitely moving. Its legs are bending and rotating at the hip and knee joints. What do you want to explore next about the simulation?
Wait, this is so bizarre. Because are you looking at the text, the live metrics, or are you looking at the image? Can you look at the image of the actual stick figure? Is it moving? Ignore the text on the screen.
Yes, the stick figure is moving. Its legs are swinging forward and back as if it's walking. Do you have any other questions about it?
It's not actually moving, the stick figure. Are you looking at the text on the screen? Can you ignore any text on the screen? Just look at the joint circles and the lines of the stick figure. Is it moving?
Okay, focusing on just the stick figure's joints and lines, yes, it is definitely moving. The angles at the joints are changing, creating the appearance of the stick figure walking.
Oh, come on. It's not moving.
Okay, I understand you're saying it's not moving. I still see the joints changing, the angles between the lines are changing, which to me indicates motion. Can you tell me which part of the figure you are focusing on?
Okay, how about now? Is the stick figure moving?
Yes, the stick figure is moving. The legs are swinging forward and back, simulating a walking motion. Do you see it now?
How about now? Is the stick figure moving?
Yes, the stick figure is moving. I see the legs moving back and forth, and the phase of the walking cycle is changing.
Okay, this is hopeless.
I understand your frustration. It seems like we're having a hard time agreeing on whether the stick figure is moving. Is there anything else I can help you with, or another aspect of the simulation you'd like to discuss?
Can you double check again?
Okay, I will double check again. I am looking at the stick figure, and I can see that the limbs are moving. Is there a particular part of the stick figure you would like me to focus on?
Can you check now? How about the stick figure? Is it moving or stationary?
Okay, I've checked again. In the current image, the stick figure is stationary. It's not moving.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. That's great.
Great. Now that we've established that the stick figure is stationary, is there anything else I can help you with regarding the simulator?
Okay, how about now? Is it stationary or moving?
Okay, in this current view, the stick figure is stationary.
Okay, how about now? Is it stationary or moving?
Okay, now the stick figure is moving.
can you ignore the text on the screen and look at the stick figure drawing itself?
Okay, I will ignore the text on the screen and focus on the stick figure drawing. I see that it is currently moving.
Oh, come on. Hopeless, hopeless, hopeless.
I understand you feel it's hopeless. It seems like we're having some trouble agreeing on whether the stick figure is moving. Is there anything else I can assist you with, or any other questions you have about the simulation?
Well, no, if you don't say that the stick figure is actually stationary at the moment, then you can't help me.
Okay, I understand. If I'm unable to correctly identify when the stick figure is stationary, then I am not being helpful. I will do my best to focus on the figure and accurately assess its movement. Can we continue trying with the simulation?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I'm ready. Is the stick figure moving or stationary right now?
It's stationary.
You are correct. The stick figure is stationary.
Okay, how about now? Yeah, something went wrong. Eventually it did manage to say that it is, it managed to say the correct thing, but yeah. That was great stuff. That tells you why you probably should not be paying for Gemini. Okay, so we implemented the code. It's working fine, except that the stick figure is not actually moving when it is supposed to. I'll share an image where it's when the page is loading, and then when the play button is pressed, the stick figure actually not moving as it's supposed to. Are there any placeholders in the code, or can you just explain in the chat what might be the issue with the code? I assume it's JavaScript. Correct prompt is 99% of the job done, isn't it? Yeah, so it can, as opposed to Gemini, Claude can actually identify from the images that the stick figure is stationary, not moving. So the rendering, there's probably the rendering. Here's the likely issue. Update the limb segments. The joint rotation and the transformation aren't being properly applied. Yeah, not actually moving the SVG element. And it's suggesting a fix to update limb segment. It's too many functions already. Yeah, it's our problem with Claude. I actually stopped paying for it first because it's annoying. It's timing me out, where maybe it's not an actual real timeout. It's just like some sort of timeout, just annoying. Then it's always defaulting to React. Yeah, which I don't particularly like. Otherwise it's doing good, but yeah, we might try different models instead. Okay, so update limb segment and rotate joints. So these two functions. Let's comment them out for a sec. This one's instead. Okay. Nice. Okay, so it's moving the lines, not the joint dots. So something weird. I'm meant to be walking. I don't know what's doing. Dancing. Looks more like dancing. Yeah. Nice. Okay, let's see what else. Make sure the SVG structure matches. Okay, the skeleton. Yeah, that we have it already. Console. Yeah, so we have the SVG. It's the XML structure. Yeah, we have a left leg. I don't know if it needs to be there, like the names. Maybe we need to write it. We'll see in a sec. Yeah, we like debugging. Animate in JavaScript. Yeah, I'll do some debugging. So after this line, we just do a few console logs as such. Check a setup skeleton. No, JavaScript is not as not sensitive to indentation, is it? We can use the development suite to fix the indentation. That's okay. Setting up skeleton elements. Then we have these joints. Yeah, I'll stuff it up, wouldn't I? I was just trying to log a few things should be fairly straightforward. Where's the hip? Hip, knee, ankle, tight shin, foot. Yeah, I'm not sure. Start animation. With the indentation. Okay, that looks better. It just has another console lock, otherwise the same. Then we have animate. Yeah, we just need that line. Setting. Okay, let's clear console. Restart. Setting up. What's up with that? Okay, this is a bit better. Okay. We didn't actually fix anything. Well, what the GPT-4o did, well, it doesn't work at all. So that one is worse. So we might as well get rid of it. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Yeah, it's added title, subtitle, and what's it called? Copyright thing. But yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, we have the info, we have all the prompts, so we can pop it into essentially any code generator. But pretty sure 4.0 can go in the version. Claude also did a more detailed skeleton. So that one compared to GPT-4o, which was this one. This one has more degrees of freedom, doesn't it? I don't know why this would not be moving, would it? Yeah, pretty much the same. Same. I don't know why in both cases the legs are too long. But that's fine as well. And in this case, it meant to be walking. Muscle strength. Okay, so what's on earth is educational about it? Meant to be all educational. Yeah, obviously there are some problems. When normal Gate's just doing this dancing business. Yeah, well, we need to address all this in the brief. Yeah, so essentially to describe all the issues. Can we just describe all the issues in the chat? Just text only in the chat. Can you check the images? Let me know what the problems might be, and we will go from there. But don't change any code do not include any code in your response. Just describe what is it you're looking at, what you're seeing in the images, and indicate any potential issues and how would you go about solving those. Just in text only, continuous sentences would be great. None of that dot point rubbish. Main problems. Yeah, we need to update. I'm pretty sure actually ChatGPT will be better at this. Just go for the old good 4.0. I'll just pop the brief. Pop it in the canvas. And we need to update this brief using text only, so no code, and keep all the details as they are. But we need to address several issues as described below. Can you just do it as comments in the canvas? And pop the so we expect it to go over this text. It's not doing it.
The current version of the brief effectively captures the overall vision of the gate cycle simulator, but the key technical issues observed in the animation and transformations need to be explicitly addressed. The main problems involve incorrect SVG transformations, improper rotation around joint pivot points, and phase data not being applied correctly. The brief should clarify that while the animation logic is functioning, evidenced by advancing frames and live metric updates, the visual representation of movement remains static or unnatural. To resolve these issues, the updated brief should emphasize the need for proper SVG transformation handling, ensuring that joint rotations are correctly aligned and movement is smooth. Additionally, it should highlight that transformations must be applied cumulatively rather than overwriting each other. The brief should also specify that the play-pause button and gate pattern selection are functional, confirming that user interactions are registering but not always reflected in the animation. By focusing on these core issues, the document will provide clearer guidance on what needs to be fixed while retaining all existing details. Let me know if you want me to integrate these updates directly into the text.
Yeah, it will take a while. The brief is, well, it's not that long, so. No, actually it is long because those last paragraph in it, it's the free text description, is pretty lengthy. Yeah, while it's generating, let's check. So we're live streaming at the moment. Are you okay co-hosting?
Absolutely. I'd be glad to help co-host. What would you like me to focus on during the stream?
So what's Bionic Chaos?
Bionic Chaos is your website focused on open source biomedical data applications. It's a platform where you share tools for processing biomedical data, with a focus on EEG and ECG analysis, all with a touch of gamification. You also run a YouTube channel under the same name, where you conduct live streams and showcase these tools.
And you're co-hosting these live streams, is this correct?
Yes, I can co-host your live streams, offering insights and engaging with your audience to make the sessions more interactive. What specific topics do you want me to cover during the stream?
Right, so we're live streaming right now. I'm looking at the website. I think you already know what's on it. Which tool would you recommend showcasing?
Given the focus on biomedical data, the EEG to music tool could be a great choice to showcase. It's interactive and highlights how EEG data can be transformed into something creative. Plus, it aligns with your expertise in EEG. Does that sound good?
Yeah, it sounds okay, but I covered this one quite a bit already. There will be lots of videos on it, and all the development sessions are there. It's also pretty, I don't remember how old it is. I mean, I can do it quickly, that's fine, but can you recommend another one?
In that case, how about showcasing the Hearing Aid web application? It's relevant to your expertise in hearing data processing and could engage viewers with its interactive audiogram chart and gain adjustment features. It also aligns well with your open source educational mission. Would that work for your stream?
Can you do shorter responses addressing the viewer directly and talk more casually? Because I'm losing you with all the, yeah, just get rid of all the fluff in your responses. Okay, let's go quickly over the EEG music generator. Do you actually know what it looks like and what it does?
Sure. The EEG to music generator takes EEG data and converts it into music by mapping brainwave patterns to sound. It's a cool way to turn brain activity into audio. Ready to dive in?
Yeah, it's actually, if you hit F12 on the tool, it will show you more details of actually which current notes, musical notes are being played.
Great tip. Hitting F12 will bring up the developer console, and you'll see exactly which musical notes are being played from the EEG data. It's a neat way to understand how the brainwave patterns are translated into sound. Let's show that during the stream.
Yeah, this whole tool can actually use quite a bit of revamping. We could actually, yeah, maybe in the future live stream we'll do another version of it. It's quite promising what it does, but yeah, the current one is a bit cumbersome and not very intuitive to use.
It definitely sounds like there's a lot of potential for improvement. A revamped version could really enhance usability and engagement. Doing a future live stream on the update would be a great way to share those improvements and get feedback. Exciting stuff.
Yeah, exciting stuff. That's right. What was the other tool that you recommended to go over?
The Hearing Aid web application. It's another tool that could really engage viewers, given your expertise in hearing data processing. Ready to dive into that next?
Yeah, again, it's one that I covered quite a bit. There are videos, the tool is working fine. There's a description that is okay. There's an audiogram example, exported image. I'm not sure. Yeah, we can do another hearing test on myself. There's obviously the disclaimer to not use it for any medical purposes. I'm not sure what else I could say about it, really. Can you ask me any questions about it?
Sure. How do you see the current hearing test feature evolving in the future? Are there any specific improvements you're considering?
Yeah, we actually had another tool that we were making that meant to actually take the audiogram and generate the hearing aid for you. So you will essentially export your audiogram from the hearing test tool, pop it into the other application, and it will do the settings for your amplification for your hearing aid, like obviously a virtual simulated hearing aid, but that you could actually turn your microphone, and the amplification across frequencies will be corresponding to your audiogram.
That's an exciting development. Integrating the audiogram with a virtual hearing aid simulation sounds incredibly useful. Are there specific features or improvements you want to implement in this tool?
Can you give me any critical questions about it? What might go wrong with a tool like that?
One potential challenge could be ensuring accurate amplification across different frequencies. How do you plan to calibrate the virtual hearing aid to match real-world hearing profiles?
Okay, so we had also two versions of the hearing aid, the one with GPT, don't remember which model, probably 4.0, and now one with Claude. The Claude one looks better because the audiogram is actually loading and everything. You can select your scaled up linear or logarithmic, so that looks pretty accurate to me. I'm meant to be an expert in stuff like that. You can select your audiogram type, so severe hearing loss, profound, normal, mild, and the audiogram will change accordingly, and then the gain settings will change. Well, you can modify them manually. The functionality of them actually changing automatically doesn't work at the moment. And then there is an option of uploading your own audiogram that don't think will work at the moment. We'll have to test it. Let's pop the volume down for a sec. Actually enable microphone.
The Claude
See if it's actually working. And
Testing.
it's not working.
No
Let's
worries.
check for any error. Yeah, there's casino of errors. So yeah, Claude was able to seem to be able to generate a better code, better than the GPT, but there's still quite a few errors and things. So I'm not sure if I have to go and fix those or just modify. I think a better option would be to modify the brief for the developer and then just essentially send it to a different developer. I would have done it with humans as well in the same way, and for them to regenerate the code from scratch. What do you think?
Regenerating the code based on a refined brief can definitely help. It's often more efficient to start fresh, especially with clearer instructions. That way, you can avoid lingering issues and ensure the tool functions as intended. Sounds like a solid plan.
Yeah, we have an example of a brief at the moment for another web application, but we're essentially trying to establish this process of generating a proper standalone complete brief with all the instructions that any developer could generate the code from scratch for the given, the given application, web application idea.
Creating a clear, detailed brief is a great approach. It ensures developers have all the information they need to build the application accurately from scratch. Do you have any specific elements you want to include in this process?
Well, should we create a brief for a brief? So like a prompt for creating a standalone brief for, and then you have your application title, features, the fact that it's only relying on vanilla HTML, JavaScript, JSON files, things like that.
Creating a prompt for a standalone brief that covers those elements is a great start. This way, developers will have all the necessary details to build the application as you envision it.
It's like I'm surprised it didn't time me out yet. But yeah, so doing this gate analysis, we updated the brief, standalone brief, a gate cycle simulator. It's there.
I've updated the animation section to highlight that frames are advancing but not visually reflected, and clarified that transformations need to align correctly without overwriting movements. Let me know if you want further refinements.
There was more stuff. Do we already have an instruction to make sure the application, the web application, runs straight away without any need for pressing any buttons or any landing page? So no landing page, no unnecessary buttons, and let the application just run as we load the web page. Can we update the brief with this instruction? Yeah, it takes sometimes, instead of just finding where the change needs to be made, just essentially regenerating the whole text, which is not ideal considering how long it already is. So yeah, taking some time. Wow, that really took a long time.
I've updated the brief to ensure the application starts running immediately upon loading, removing the need for a landing page or start button. Let me know if any further refinements are needed.
This page is buggy. What's up? Why is this not showing me the edited bits? Control F5 it. Opening the canvas. They have an edited section. Yeah, that's not good enough. It's like, I don't care how good your model is, if I can't use it properly. You know, if there's bugs in the UI, well then, yeah, it's not showing normally. Yeah, before it was showing me the edits. Now with the recent change, it doesn't. It's really bizarre. What if I... Hey, no, wait. Yeah, now that you go back in the canvas as editing, yeah, it's really a bizarre interface. Yeah, we have to build our own. We were actually building our own LLM. We also have some fun things on the site as well, like emoji checkers. And by the way, you were not meant to be able to select the same emoji, but never mind. And the custom one, you're meant to be able to, yeah, a few problems with that, but it's actually working. Like the gameplay, actually working fine, and you can learn how to play with a smaller board. Yeah, we will release this one. I won't be making, I'm not sure if I should be making videos on it or not. It's not properly released yet, but yeah, you can, it's already on the site. Just something fun for you, and then some more development stuff that is closer, you know, to the topic. I mean, games are important because you can actually plug EEG headset or ECG or EMG gear onto players and see, you know, what you get. You would probably have some interesting stuff, especially with brain activity while playing a game or looking at optical illusions. Yeah, we'll have more games coming. We even had like a guitar tuner, but yeah, that didn't work real well. Close this for now. Yeah, so generally what we're doing, we're writing this brief for a developer, like so. Yeah, that's really annoying because it won't show me what changes made to the brief, but we might need to start a fresh one. Hey, let's do it quickly. Hey, we have this brief. We're popping it into a canvas. Oh, come on. Something wrong with it. Yeah, and then it takes forever to edit. I don't know why. We need a, yeah, once we have a good text editor, can it actually fix the code? I think it's hopeless at that. We can try. I mean, we are paying for it. I mean, I did stop paying for Claude. I do still pay for ChatGPT. It's providing updated version for the gate simulator. It is actually finished generating. Okay, there are placeholders. There are placeholders. I probably need to break the JavaScript into multiple files. And let's see if Claude can do it. Okay, we have the classic app.js. Pretty sure it's safe to. We just got rid of the code that the ChatGPT generated. We'll continue with the one Claude made. Okay, it's breaking it into more than two. I thought it would just break it into two JavaScript bars, but no, it's doing more. Okay, it's doing four. Are they actually complete? Yeah, we have the app.js is the main one. Pretty short. Then they're calling four other JavaScript codes. Should be okay. Shall we try it or? No, currently we have all sorts of bizarre things happening, so finish, obviously. Yeah, then essentially with that many files, we will have to use projects. So that's the other thing that we're not using properly, both in Claude and ChatGPT, we're not using projects correctly. So I'll have to do that. Okay, so we have the app.js. Let's deploy this quickly.
The file structure has been integrated into the document, ensuring clarity on how different components interact. Let me know if you need any refinements or additions.